Welcome back to House Guest with me, Hailey Fennel. I'm a psychic medium, and this is the podcast that connects you to the other side. Thank you so much to Alison for coming on and for being a part of this College of Charleston Research Project readings. That was such a pleasure to talk with you. She is connecting in from a dog park because she's in the middle of traveling. So you guys are going to hear that on the other side. But what could be fun is to listen in and see what you hear in the background and see if you can take that as a sign symbol for yourself. There's a few trains that go by. That is one of my personal signs, trains and airplanes. For transformation, and that spirit is nearby, you're welcome to just take that from me and use it for yourself, or think about what it could mean for your people who have passed away or your spirit team who is on the other side. You can find Alison at AlisonLevy.com. That's ALISONLEVY.com, or she's on Instagram at Alison Levity. We talk about her adoption, being an adoptee, and we connect in with her biological mom and dad, as well as her guide, her spirit team, and someone from her childhood. I know that you guys are going to enjoy this one like you always do. I always feel like each and every one I do is the most special one ever, and it's just because I really love what I do. But you guys blow me away. If you would like a reading, please feel free to book one at HaileyLoveFennel.com. I'm about to open up fall sessions. And if you would like to book a group reading or a group party where I come to you, feel free to just reach out because I schedule those separately. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, review the podcast, send it to a friend. It helps us more than you know. When you subscribe, it puts us on a list where we get to reach more people. So please do that. It'd be like a huge favor for me, and I really, really appreciate it. You guys enjoy. I won't take up any more of your time. And thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we're on with Alison. That's just for our listeners to know. And you just popped out and you're in a dog park right now. And you mentioned very briefly that you're traveling across the country. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it's true.
I just want our listeners to know that, one, because it sounds so cool, and I know that there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to want to like look you up and follow you and see what you're up to. We'll get into all of that at the end. So everyone just keep on listening. You'll get Alison's information at the end, and I can't wait to hear more about it. That's as much as I know that you've told me. But it's
Okay.
your like visuals are really beautiful too. So you guys are going to hear her some beautiful like outside noises, and I cannot wait to hear your story. We'll see if it comes up naturally anyways in the reading. But what I'm going to do in a little bit is I'm going to close my eyes and hi, and that's Marnie, her dog. Hi, Marnie. Um, I'm going to close my eyes a good bit throughout the reading, and I'm going to connect
Okay.
in with the other side. And I'm just going to be open. We're just going to see where it goes. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, me too. All right. So what I'm going to do, Alison, is I'm going to close my eyes. You can close your eyes too if you want, or leave them softly open. And just start taking a few really good deep breaths. You can open your eyes. I'm going to open mine too. If you see me looking down, it's because I am kind of sketching and drawing this out. That'll be good, good, good. All right. Hold on. You can keep your eyes open. I'm just going to close mine one more time. That'll be good. There's two different people that kind of come in immediately for you. There's one that just feels like guide for me, like the way they kind of center themselves onto me feels like, hey, like I'm a guide for Alison, which means we might not know them from this lifetime, but that they're here and they're around and they're ready to connect in with. But I also get someone younger that feels as though you might know them from this lifetime. And
Oh,
just by younger, I mean fine, there we go. You would know them from like 18 or below. It's like a childhood sort of thing is the feeling of it. Like here's this other person coming through. I'm going to focus in on guide first, only because they just come in a little bit closer for me, knowing that that other person will come in a little bit. Okay, lovely, good. Oh, okay, I'm going to write that down. Hold on, just so I don't lose it. Okay. Okay, fine. I want to go there. Do you understand what they want to talk about? This is guide in general. What they want to talk about with you, Allison, is knowing of like, hey, will you please let fine, there we go. Will you please let her know that she is exactly where she's meant to be? I mean, I understand that you're on like a big trip right now, but it's like this very settled feeling of like we are finally feeling like we're exactly where we're meant to be, even though you're traveling to quite a few different places. Like life has come to this really beautiful holding cup. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And does that feel like the truth for you? Like you feel good where you are now in life?
Yeah, there's like a new sense. I'm an astrologer, and things have kind of settled. Like things have changed a lot for everyone. We kind of came out. We all just kind of came out this portal last week. So
Ooh.
I would think,
You'll have to
yeah,
like tell us more about that in a little bit. I'm not an astrologer,
sure.
but I'm like forever inspired by it. And it's one of those things where I'm like, I love getting my chart read. Okay, oh, I love that. Okay, fine. So you yourself, maybe even in your own personal astrology, are in like a settled spot right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And I'm just gonna hone in on whatever else they keep having me hold my hands like this, so I'm just gonna which is a little
Cool.
bit of a sign for me to keep going with it, to keep talking. Fine, there we go. Okay, not just that, like in Allison, not just like astrology wise, but even life wise. Like we've come to this spot in your guides wanting you to know that it's um a time in your life where things are starting to settle into place, things are starting to make more sense, things are starting it's a little bit like also enjoy the satisfaction of being settled because things are about to tick up in a good way. Like things are about to take a turn in a good way. Does that make sense to you?
I'm open. I'm open to things happening. Hmm.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, good, good, good. Let's see. And I might just be quiet for a little bit. I'm just focusing in. Okay, hold on, there we go. All right. Allison, are you okay if we talk about like it? I'm gonna, and we can take this out of the podcast. I'm just gonna preface it with that. What your guides come in wanting to talk about is things in the past, and there being like a bit of turmoil and quite possibly like some really, really hard times in childhood, and then even in like 20s. Like there was some
I'm
really
really
hard.
open. I'm almost an open. I would say almost an open book. I mean, I pretty much am an open book. So, and I think it's good to
Oh,
talk about
perfect.
these things so people can.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. It's probably fine. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like it's good to talk about these things because then it gives permission for other people to feel relate like a relation or to do the same. But what your guides show me is a hard relationships and a hard time in childhood, and it's kind of like woven into 20s. It feels as though someone comes in, quite possibly more than one person, but they're like restrictive towards you or in a way like harming you quite possibly like in an abusive manner, and it might even have been physical. Does that make sense to you?
In childhood, okay.
Does that make Sorry, I couldn't quite
Uh,
hear you. Does that Okay.
in childhood, yes. As an adult, very minor things. Nothing
Okay. And
significant.
that's fine. This is kind of past and childhood, and they weave it kind of into your 20s, but it does feel just like a kind of, just to let you know. Okay, lovely, good, good, good.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
fine.
makes
There we go.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And what your guides or the person that has stepped forward wants to say is like, okay, so here's these things happening here. And then she has taken like a shift in her life. This is even like a boundary. Like Allison has put up a boundary between what has happened in the past in a very beautiful and healthy way and has been able to move forward in that. I know that you said astrology, but the word they give me is like an empath. Like she is able to use the way she feels, the way she moves in this world to empathically help others. And it's such a beautiful thing that she had the past she had, but even more beautiful that she's reacting the way she's reacting now, like using that in the ways that she's using it now to help other people. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's really positive, and that makes me feel very good. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good, good, good. Love it. Good, good, good. Okay, and then do you understand this spirit coming forward that is from childhood? It feels
I
like,
think I might not know who it is. I forget who told me, but when I had like it was an acquaintance, and when he passed over, I forget someone told me that he might be watching over me, and uh, before he died, if this is the right person, before he died in our in I was in we were both in our 20s. We knew each other from grade school. That that oh like we like a couple weeks before he died we ran into each other, and I felt like he was saying goodbye. I mean, when I found out he died, because he didn't look sick, and
yeah.
I was like, oh wow, he was saying goodbye. And like, yeah, so if that's that person, that's the one that I've kind of known about.
Yeah, it feels like someone you know about, and it feels like someone where like most of the relationship would be in childhood, and they come forward quite prominently for me. It's even like he centers himself on me. I know you can't totally see my full screen. I'm gonna do this for a second. He's here for me. I don't know why. It's a little bit because he's like referencing something, but he brings himself here, which is always like, let me center myself on Hailey so I can talk about being guide to Alison, like a guide to Alison. So some of that information from previously could have also been from him, just because he like shows me these two different things going on, but especially that he also works with your team on the other side, your guides from the other side.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. Yeah.
yes. Perfect, perfect. Okay, good, good, good. But he just says like, "Hey, hi, hello. I'm here. I'm going to help guide you." He would be a great. There we go. He goes, "I also come forward because Allison can be quite a bit psychic. She has these abilities as well. There's a bit of a difference between psychic and mediumistic. Psychic would be like where my
Mm,
soul's connecting in with your soul, and that sort of stuff
mm,
is coming through. Almost like when someone you think about someone and then they call you, that's a psychic example. There's also mediumistic, which is where we connect into the other side. Guides are a little
mhm.
bit in between both. And he comes in and starts talking about your psychic, your mediumistic abilities. He says that you're quite psychic, like that's very natural for you. I don't know why he's making that shape on my head, but he is. I think it's because it's like a third eye center. It's quite natural for you to trust those abilities. He goes, I also want her to start trusting her mediumistic abilities because that's going to be woven in more and more and more. I know you're in astrology. It could, and this is astrology for some reason. He starts weaving it into it like it's a part of what you're currently doing. And um, to start trusting it more and more and more and think of him as one of your guides around that. I actually have a childhood friend who passed away. I have a few actually who passed away in their 20s, but they're more of my friends from childhood. And they started visiting me before I really jumped into this work. And he reminds me of that. Your friend reminds me of that. He's whispering it into my ear, just as a way to say, like, hey, maybe for you too, Allison, if you'd like to entertain that idea. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, my hair's I'm having chills like this whole like the last few minutes. Like,
Lovely.
yeah, I haven't had anything like that happen. Um, but yeah, I do
Yeah.
get a lot. I've had different dreams and knowings and things have happened, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's connection right there. It's not like this loud like vision or auditory thing that happens out of nowhere. It's like in the dreams and the knowings. Knowing in psychic mediumship is called claircognizance, and it's a great way of connecting in, and I love it. It's a lot of what I'm doing while I'm giving someone a reading. So
Mm,
I know that a part of what I'm doing, like my life, is also going to be woven in. I mean, my life, I mean, my career, I mean, psychic mediumship is going to be woven into your lovely career. They say it specifically like not just a hobby, but career and weaving it in there. So just to
interesting.
let you know that and to have fun thinking about that and how that can evolve for you personally. Because of course, this is everyone's life path looking quite different. Lovely, good. But okay, and then just think of him like next time you're like, okay, is this really you? How can you help me? How can you get in
Okay.
there and help me like work on some of these abilities? He's like, I'll be there. He thinks it's fun. Okay, lovely, good. He calls himself like a big supporter of you, and a really good and easy person for you to connect in with from the other side. Lovely, good, good, good. Okay, a part of your
Okay.
team.
Thank you.
Then I get someone that comes in like this. Usually when they come in at an angle like that I can understand them to be either an aunt or uncle on the other side that wants to come in. It feels slightly from mom's side of family. Does that make sense to you?
Okay, so I'm adopted, and so uh I haven't really, nobody's really died from my adopted family. I would always think this is like my birth family when this
Yeah.
stuff comes in, but so, and I don't know, I haven't heard from one person in a while. I don't know if they passed or not. But yeah, both my birth parents are passed over, and of
Okay.
course their parents. So yeah, so there's a lot there. Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm just gonna see. I'm just gonna focus in on some of the information coming through. Because some of this information, lovely, good. Whenever I get something at an angle like that, it can also mean like there's something just like different coming in. Lovely, good, fine. I feel it to be an aunt or uncle, but sometimes it's hard when we don't know if they've passed or not. So just keep that in your mind. Are
It
you
could
okay
be
if I
my adopted dad's older brother did die, and I knew him. Like it could be. I just don't. I never It would just be new. It would just be new things. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. New things. I gotcha. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hang on to, they won't let me let it go, like this aunt or uncle sort of thing. And I'm kind of asking, like, okay, sometimes I can get sides of family wrong. Lovely, good. But it's like for a reason sometimes. Okay, lovely, good. And then of course I want to give time to biological family as well. Okay, hold on. Hmm. Okay, this person when they come in, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the label from it because I'll get in too much of a guessing game, and I'm just going to drop into my subconscious more than my conscious. And so if I try to guess, if I try to feel into who it is, I'm starting to doubt myself, and that. And I sometimes I do this on the podcast, Allison, because people are listening to learn how to like do what it is that I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Because sometimes I explain it out loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the notion of exactly who it is, and I'm just going to let this hold on, I'm going to let this person come in, and they're going to come in really, really close. It does feel like a he to me, and he
Yeah.
feels a bit like I want Allison to know that I'm okay here on the other side, but my life took a turn mentally towards the end, especially, is how he puts it.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
wasn't
Mm.
feeling good about myself. I didn't feel great, but I'm okay. Does that make sense to you?
I'd have. What I'll do is I'll find out if he did pass over. Actually, I could find out. And then I would know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it there for now. We kind of have a deal with the other side, most psychic mediums. Like, I don't think I would ever announce that someone has passed without you already knowing, unless they just wanted to come in and maybe there's something in that for you having those abilities
They
to.
disappeared. They disappeared, so um I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And we'll just see. Okay. Okay, good. Allison, I'm going to ask you, do you want me to connect in with your biological mom or dad?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thank you. If you
Okay.
talk, I don't know if you still have time for, yeah.
Yeah, we have time. I'm going to do it.
Great.
Mm, lovely, good. I'm going to show you, these are circles. These are all the people, circles are people. These are all the people that showed up for you in the very beginning. This is your main guide, quite possibly also that male coming forward, but then there's all of these other people, just to let you know.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
can understand that one of them is probably biological parents. I'm just going to see. Hmm, lovely, good. Do you understand getting to, I know that there's like lots of different ways to navigate adoption, but it's a feeling that you would have that you would have met mom, like you would have seen her. Does that make sense to you?
I don't, you mean when I was born or like at some point after or what?
It
Sorry, what do
feels like
you,
I can understand when you were born, of course, but it kind of
yeah.
feels like as
What, like
a
extended time or something? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, yeah.
it feels like as a young child after, maybe even quite possibly around the age of 12.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
that's okay. And no is always okay. I'm just gonna see. Hmm. Fine. She does bring up the age of 12. Just remember that.
Okay.
Lovely, good. Okay, fine. I'm going to ask you that question. All right. She's like, but there are things that Allison knows about me. Like there's little things here and there that she's been able to figure out about me, or like even, I think this is like a picture that you would have of her, where it's just her in the picture. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I have a picture of her.
Okay. And then like little things that you would also know about her kind of like throughout the years. Like you've figured out little things or found little things about her. For some reason, this is
Yes.
like she has little bits of information about me here and there. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Lovely, good, good, good. She tells me that you actually, and I don't know if you have a picture of her, but you actually look like her mom. She goes, and Allison looks like
Oh,
my mom. Does that make sense?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like a yeah or a maybe is perfect. It's like how you're.
I only have one photo of her mom. But yes, yeah.
Okay, perfect. This is your mom's photo. This is grandma's photo, biological grandmother. Lovely, good, good, good. She does want to let you know like how precious, like she keeps doing this. This is like holding a baby near me, holding a baby near me, and how precious you are, you were, you are towards her. Like she's like, I did feel as though I had to be so gentle with you and you're so precious, like teeny. It would have been like the moment you were born, like teeny tiny. And that she does, of course, from the other side, but of course, while she was living, felt very connected to you, even though it sounds like you guys never had like a meeting, and that's okay, but she still felt like a connection towards you. Okay, lovely, good. There is a reference to like, I'm sorry for not being able to do it. Like, I'm sorry for not being able to be with you. I'm sorry for not being able to like keep holding you here. I'm sorry that it does feel like I had to let you go. Like circumstances were out of my control. I had to let you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, fine. And then I'm going to go here. And we might not even have a reference for it, but it's like she's like the part of the reason that she had to go there was because something to do with some males in her family or some males that she felt like it would be better for you to be with another family than to be with hers because it didn't feel like she had a good kind of feels like grandma's in there and grandma's okay, but she didn't have a good connection with the males in her family. Does that make sense?
Actually, I heard the opposite, but again, this is all what I heard. Yeah.
Ooh, that's okay. Trust what you've heard, of course. Like sometimes I can get it a little off. But I just know that she wants to talk about it. She's talking about family relationships. And so as long as it's sinking in for you, that's the truth, right? And she's just trying to bring it up as like a source of to start talking about some things. Okay, lovely, good. And she's like, but I do want you to know that how much I loved you. Okay, fine. Hmm. Hold on. I'm just gonna be quiet for a little bit. Do you know if you were born prematurely or quite early?
No, there's no way to know that. No, I can't know. Oh, well, you know, I don't know that that happened. Well, there was a lot of complications when I was born. I have all those details, medical records, and I was born in the home. So it does seem unexpected in the middle of the night, but I don't know what I don't know.
We don't know exactly. Yeah. She makes you so teeny tiny for me that it just feels
I
like
never
that.
even thought of that. I never thought of that. There's never, how would I know? Because when you're adopted, you don't
The
know
whole s
those kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, that would have been in my records though, I think. Like it would
I
have
think
said
so.
like it would have been preemie. I maybe you can be a month or two and maybe that's not even in the records. I don't know. But I wasn't
Yeah.
like a preemie or something. Yeah.
Yeah, she just makes you quite small. She references early. It could be early without technically being a preemie. Um, but it's like this tenderness that she feels though, and this like, it's almost like the way she's making me hold you as a baby is like she has to be so, so, so careful, but like her heart grows a lot. And just wanting to let you know that she really did love you. Love you, love you, love you. Okay, hold on. There we go. Hold on. She's gonna come in a little bit closer. Hmm. She sends there, or I'll start there. She sends you little hearts, like she puts little hearts all over me, as though it could be a sign or symbol from her. Um, do you already understand like a sign or symbol that you see, like whenever you think of her?
No. No, to be honest, I don't think like of my birth parents all the time. Like it's
Yeah,
it's more seldom. Um
and that's okay. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. If you want to borrow that one from me, you can. If you're like, I would like to notice or see mom
right.
on the
Get a
other side,
symbol.
it's like she's
That's a good
sending you
idea.
little hearts. They do feel nature related, like you'll see them
Okay.
out in nature. So it'll
Yeah,
be
that's a good idea.
um a heart-shaped stone is one of my favorites. I don't actually use this with any of my people on the other side, and I don't know why she's giving me 3. She keeps having me do that. It's, like, kind of across from the center of my chest up to my shoulder. So quite possibly, like 3 hearts in a row or something like that is how she puts it. And it feels quite good. Okay, lovely, good. She does want you to know that, fine. She does want you to know that she was, like, very gentle and kind. She does give me a sense of, like, naivety when she has you. Like, she's not totally, like, aware of even her rights or what to do, and is kinda being told what to do, is how she puts it.
That's the story actually. That is what I was told, that someone made the decision for her.
Yeah. Kinda feels like I would have kept you if I had the means to. I mean, this is, like, financially and
Right.
functioning,
This is how
but
this is actually how most adoptions work, honestly. Like, this is when yeah. Sorry, train.
that's okay. I kinda like the train. The train is actually a symbol for me for something else, so I like that it's coming through in the reading. Yeah, but just to let you know, but she's like, "There's not a day that went by that I didn't think of you, and I love you." And she's like, look, I'm here for you on the other side, even if you don't think of me. Like, you're welcome. It does seldom or not. She's like, they don't get hurt feelings on the other side. She's like, I'm here for her, like all the time, no matter what. And is happy to be like a part of your spiritual team and getting to see that when she passes and being there. Do you have any questions for her?
Yeah. That's the that's the thing. The things I've heard about, I haven't. I don't. It's hard to. I'm not sure how to pose any of the questions. Wow, I really
That's
should have
okay.
been prepared. I should,
No,
but
no, it's okay.
yeah, there's reasons why I don't. Really, like, yeah, anything she wants to share about how she was doing. There's another trend, I think. Uh, yeah, just more information, like how she was doing, like when she was younger. Was she is what her brother said true? That would be
Mm,
good. I could say what it is, but it's got to do with kind of why she started to have trouble. But um, yeah, her brother has a theory of. I'm happy to share it. It's not private. Like I'm writing about these things and whatnot.
oh, I love that.
It's like
I'm
she
gonna,
was a musician, and her brother thinks that because she didn't get to the top, like she was like second chair in an orchestra, and her brother thinks that like really depressed her because it meant that I guess she couldn't. I don't know. I guess she took that really hard,
mm,
and he thinks that because she always excelled, and then all of a sudden, I guess I don't know. So he thinks that maybe she. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now. That's
yeah,
interesting.
that's okay. You're welcome to.
Oh, it's probably, wow. That must mean it's like, it makes me think maybe possibly it's like genetic, like something even that's passed down, like, like it feels like disappointment. So I'm getting like a yes. I'm getting a yes, but I'm
Yeah.
asking you, I'm feeling it so strong.
Mm.
It feels
I
so
love that.
sad.
I love that you have asked it out loud and in your head at the same time, and that your feeling is yes is way more important than anything I could ever tell you. Right? Like, you're feeling some sort of connection and realization that you're having, and to
Wow.
just trust that. I mean, yeah, my gut reaction is like truth. Like, I just heard the word truth. When you ask, like, is what her brother said true? Truth is what comes forward, and it's just like as simple as feeling the truth. It feels more deep than even how you or I have touched on it. Like, it's a reason upon reason upon reason is what it feels like. Um,
Hmm.
but that,
I
like,
never,
if we were to
I've,
just like blanket
I've
over
never
it.
heard that saying before. What do you mean exact, like reason upon reason?
Oh, like the surface reason is this. Okay, so she's second chair and it feels as though she's not able, like, she kind of shows me like not able to reach the top. And so there's this sort of depression that takes place, or this lost ambition that's kind of in this little area here. She's like, but there's other things in there too that kind of like knock me off. There we go. Like, knock my stability off, that make me wobble a little bit. And so she's like, there's other things in there, of course, too. And then she does point to like a mental, like, wish I'd just gotten the help that I needed to get, and wish I had learned how to think better about myself. And when she looks at you, she wants you to know that she's really proud of you. Like, you have had hard moments in life. But you're much better at like flipping the page, being like, it's okay to have these hard moments and let me see what I can do about them. And she wants you to keep navigating that because it's helping more than just you. She's like, the way Alison lives life or turns the page even in the hard moments is helping other people do the same for themselves. She does give a reference to like not being able to turn the page for herself, or like feeling like she's going back chapters instead of forward.
Yeah. I could have a follow-up now. Yeah, I've never had this chance, feels like. Yeah, like so when she had her difficult her like she started to have challenges. I don't know if they're like called mental challenges, but like did she so it sounds like she just kind of lost her power over it because I know the doctors put her on medicine And back
Mhm.
then, this would have been late 70s. So it sounds like, or mid 70s. Like, I don't know. I'm asking, but because it's like, I also know like those time periods, like women didn't have like, they just got like lumped in or diagnosed certain ways, right? So
Yeah.
she was diagnosed schizophrenic,
Mhm.
but I've never heard anything that sounds like that. And that's why her brother also says what he said. Like I've never heard stories of, but that's the thing. So I don't know. That's why, yeah. But yeah, that's if that
Yeah.
makes sense. And of course, we know as in this day and age, what maybe schizophrenia could signify, even but I don't even know because back then they just blanket diagnosed people.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that that feels like that's a part of her story, right? I do think she needed help. Like there's something in here where she's like, I did need help. Hold on, I'm gonna get into it. Hold on, there she goes. Yeah, she's like the blanket diagnosis isn't always great. She's proud of like the way the world has changed, is changing because I actually love it good. She still references like some people still getting like these blanket diagnoses. Um, but recognizing that like there's some organizations and people getting in there and starting to be change makers in that sort of world. Love the good. Hold on. But it is a bit like, but they weren't wrong to get me help. Like I did need help, is how she puts it. It kind of feels like it helps a little bit, but not exactly in the way that it could today. She's like, it helps, but it doesn't. Like it makes me not me. Like I feel like a shell of myself is a bit of the feeling of it. She's like, where like I want my brilliant mind back and to shine, but I'm not always able to show it. Does that make sense?
And then you just kind of told me something that yeah, you just connected a bunch of dots. Hmm.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you this. I do love sitting with her. She feels very like open-hearted. She feels like she loves sitting with you and being around you, like even if we don't think about her all that much. And she wants to step forward for you creatively as well. And she kind of goes like this. She's like, you can also use my brilliant mind. She's like, I can come in and help you like rethink things or
Right.
problem solve like quite creatively is how she puts it.
No, yeah. No, I was told, her brother told me that she was like top of the class always, like her teachers, like if he read into teachers he was a couple years younger than her. And when
Yeah.
he like read in teachers, they'd all go, wow, she was such the best like,
Yeah.
so, hmm.
And his brother, so brother's the one that you've had like contact with, you've been able to
And
meet.
yeah, not, we didn't meet in person. I
That's
tried
okay.
to, all these stories, but yeah, no, when I did the adoptee search, he was the one who stepped out and it was amazing. But then he
Yeah.
disappeared a few years later, so I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah. And I don't know either. Like, I can't tell if he's here or not. It might have even been like a talking point to get mom to come forward. Like, sometimes we can connect him with people's souls. And if he's kind of the door that opened to the answers for you to get at least a little bit of those answers, that it might just be his soul coming forward, being like, there's me. And that's how we get into this connection with mom. So I'm hoping that and I kind of do, I feel like he might still be around and alive, to be honest. Like he's kind of like at the minute I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just connecting with his soul. There's a little bit of a yes for that with me of like, look, and that sounds strange, but there's always a part of our soul that is on the other side. Um, and as strange as it sounds, like that soul can connect in with our past lives for people that are trying to connect in with it, sort of thing. A little string theory in there. And um, so yeah, that feels actually really good to me, and that feels more like truth, just so you know.
yeah,
Yeah, so I
cool,
think it's quite possibly still here living and would be possible for you to find again if you want to, not that you need to.
great,
Yeah.
thank you.
Um, I'm going to reference this really quickly just because we're running short on time. I feel your biological dad there too. He just feels a bit further away. They do change, and not that's a reference for me because his talking point would be something around like wasn't even invited into the decision or wasn't like even privy or around. Does that make sense to you?
Well, actually, he probably at some point he was he was checking with there was some second cousins he was checking with to see if they could take me. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he wasn't able to take me. I know he
Okay.
wasn't. So
I
he
think
is,
that
I mean, I could tell he was a Jewish Holocaust survivor. Like he has a crazy story. I'm writing a book about him particularly because
I love it.
or
Oh, I
focus,
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He puts a little bit of and this is going to be just for your own interest. He puts like for some reason this is him. He's coming in this way. He puts a bit of a boundary between himself and your mom. Is just what it feels like to me. And so it's like I have to talk about your mom and then I have to talk about your dad. And he just feels a little bit a little bit less involved in the decision, though I absolutely love hearing that he was like reaching out to other family members.
That's what I was
Um
told. Yeah.
I love it. I think that's perfect. I think that feels good. I'd trust that, of course. Hold on, I'm just gonna hold his space over here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hmm? Okay. He like a little bit like a book about me is how he puts it. He would know about it, of course. Okay,
Can
lovely,
you help
lovely.
me write it? I have there's so much research to do.
Yeah. Is your travel a part of like researching him for some reason?
Not this travel. I'd have to uh no, not that I know. No. I wasn't planning on that, but who knows like how
Okay.
that could. Yeah.
Maybe consider that because it feels like you could over this is travel, this is him. It feels like you could overlap with those two and maybe even find out more about him. He does keep showing me, and I keep asking him what it means. I'm not sure. He keeps showing me like dirty work boots. They feel like muddy work boots, just to let you know.
I
Does that
mean,
make sense?
he was so after he was a sole survivor of his family at a concentration camp and then long story short, um got picked up by Russian uh, troops charged with espionage, just like because they just picked up everyone. He was in a Russian work camp in Siberia for like I don't know 24 years. So I'm sure he those boots that would be that. Um,
Okay.
I can't. It's hard to wrap my head around given. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. But he is I
Dog.
love you good.
Oh,
I don't keep imagining how travel and your story about him can overlap because he's like, there's more answers coming, there's more information coming. I think there's even more unfound pictures coming, like pictures that you have
oh,
not
okay.
found yet.
Okay.
Um, they're going to come while you're traveling. Are you traveling for the next 3-ish months or weeks? It could be weeks, but 3-ish months is more what
N-
it feels like.
No, not that I know of. Not that I
Okay.
know. Who knows? But who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, keep 3 months in mind because when he brings, like, pictures and information coming together, he says 3 months, and I might be just taking that with, like, I'm fine, I'll say that. It also has to do with traveling, so it's okay if you're like, "Please don't make me travel for the next 3 months." Um, like, you wanna find, like, a what is that? Like, take breaks in between, but it does feel like something to do with travel, something with information coming forward, and something within like, at the end of 3 months from now is how it feels.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me?
Oh, no, that got really deep. And I'm like, wow. Yeah. So, um, I'm like feeling like I can't even think and I'm just
Yeah, that's
feeling.
normal, like, a lot of people and so just take your time and you get to, like, um, think on all of that, and the benefit, of course, is that yours is going to be on the podcast, so you'll get to listen to it again. It actually might it be in about 3 months that you'll get to listen to it again. I forget when
Oh,
yours
okay.
airs, but we pre-record them pretty early. Um, but I would love to hear one, what you're doing right now. Like, I know that you're traveling, but then will you also tell people about your business and how they can follow you and find you?
Oh, sure. Well, thank you so much. God, this is
Thank you.
so generous, everything. So yeah, so I've been an astrologer for a while, was into it when I was younger, and then dove into it. I think it was like 2007. So it's been a while, doing Western astrology, and then I've also got into this cosmic astrology, and I have been learning about human design now too, but I don't really do that
Love,
officially. It's so cool. I just
we
like to
love
talk about it
talking
because I want
about
people,
all of
yeah,
that on this podcast. So
I want people to explore all those things. So, yeah, so I mean, I have my website, AlisonLevy.com. I have a Patreon group that I've had for 5.5 years. And so I do the new and full moon astrology, plus I'll do everybody who's a member gets their personal tarot and astrology reading based on where the moon is for them. And yeah, I mean, besides that, I'm always up to a lot of things. So I know you because I've been working on a PhD at Saybrook on spirituality. So that's on adoptees. So now that all that maybe makes sense right now. So I'm doing
yeah,
that on spirituality of adoptees, and will be, I don't know, it's hard to know how long that's going to take, but I'm like, I don't know, 80% done. I'm finishing the last literature review before the dissertation part proposal. So yeah, that I do a bunch of activism, human, animal, and animal rights. So that's and traveling a bit too. So
I love it. Allison, I'm so excited. So everyone can find your website at AlisonLevy.com. And did I say your last name right? Levy?
you did. Thank
Okay,
you.
good. And that's one L in Allison, ALISONLEVY.com.
Right.
Right.
And on social media, I changed it to Alison Levity. So if there's any
Oh, I love that.
people want to reach out, any other like on anything, that's too.
I really like that. So on Instagram at Allison Levity, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I'm looking for more adoptees. I'm sure there's always going to be one or two that hear something from me. So please reach out,
ooh, I
or
love that.
anybody, of
So
course.
if anyone is
Yeah.
listening right now or feels comfortable sending this episode to their friend who is an adoptee, please do and find Allison at Allison Levy.com. And I get your emails on there, right? Okay, perfect. And so reach out. I would love that. I've given a few readings to adoptees. And so if you're listening, this is your call. This is your sign to reach out to Allison. But please send it to your friends and see if they would like to be a part of Allison's PhD, because I think that's beautiful. And we're here to help each other. And Allison, I can't thank you enough for hopping on with me and for being a part of this research project.
Fascinated. Please keep me in the loop. Yeah, and this was such a gift. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And keep us in the loop too. If anything's coming up for you, if we can like read your PhD dissertation, we have a lot of people that would be interested in that. So feel free
Really?
to yeah, for
Okay.
real. Feel free to drop it our way. There's like a lot of different people that listen to this podcast, and I think
Cool.
everyone's like into all of it. Um, and I'm sure a lot of us listening are the kind of people that love to like rabbit hole things and deep dive things. So I've never heard of someone doing the kind of work that you're doing. And a bunch of the Saybrook people that have been on, I'm like so pleasantly into their different studies that they've taken on. It's endlessly fascinating. So please, if you feel like it, if you feel called to, please share it with us and we'll share it with our
You
audience.
ever wanted to do a start like a just a chat like with different students? Like that would be fun. I would be love to be part of that too. Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I'll have to get like you all together, like everyone that's been on the podcast, because that would be really fun. That's okay. There's another train going through.
There we go.
That's perfect. Oh, well, thank you, Allison. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too, Haley. All right. I'll be in touch. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much to Allison for being on. Again, that's AlisonLevy.com and at Alison Levity on Instagram. Thank you for sharing your story with us and for being a part of this reading. I love you guys so much. Like, subscribe, leave a review. It means so much to us. Pretty soon, this podcast is going to be transitioning to a co-host with Court Bechtel, and we're going to be introducing our new brand that we're doing together. I can't wait for you guys to hear more about it and be a part of it. I'm going to keep doing a bunch of readings, though. So if you would like to book with me, HaileyLofennel.com is the best place to do that. You can also do group and party readings, celebration readings. If you're coming in town to Charleston, reach out now to get yours booked. And that's it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.